Hey y'all, and welcome back. So as you may or may not be aware, Heath and I are both shoe cobblers, and for the past year on our channel, we have spoken a lot about shoes. But one of the things that a lot of you may not know is that for a lot of shoe cobblers, they work on other things other than just shoes. They work on a lot of leather work, so bags and whatnot as well. So Heath and I got the idea for this video earlier in the year, prior to the whole COVID thing. We were down in Atlanta on business, and while we were sitting in the hotel lobby waiting to check in, we were kind of people watching. And one of the things that we noticed was that, guys, you have got to up your bag game.
Yeah, guys, we were both talking and realized that so many guys, this guy in particular, we're still majorly lacking in the bag department. Just as most of us enjoy our leather shoes and like to, we love leather goods. We like the craftsmanship that goes into them and like to take care of them and everything. We like to look classy, and a well-appointed leather bag takes things to the next level. And today we're going to discuss why you need a nice leather overnight bag and how to take care of it.
For years, I was that guy that even when I was married, I would wheel around all my stuff in a suitcase that was half falling apart. Threads were fraying everywhere. One wheel would be missing or not working, and it was pretty embarrassing. Even in my college days, it was even worse. I was walking around carrying all my stuff half the time in plastic bags that I got from the grocery store. So it was not something I was proud of, but believe me, and I know a lot of you guys agree, it happens way too often.
Fellas, for several years after getting married, I found myself actually having to use my wife's Vera Bradley bag while I was traveling with her. Yes, the floral paisley quilted thing, it's not very masculine at all. And if I actually went off on a trip with the guys, I was using a backpack, probably since I've had since the late 90s. And it just, it got the job done, but it wasn't very masculine. It just didn't scream elegance or a gentleman or just somebody who is trying to step up their game. And so, yeah.
When Heath and I purchased our last shoe repair shop several years ago, what we noticed was, when we first bought the place, people had left hundreds of shoes and a lot of bags that they never came to pick up. So after calling for about a month, trying to remind folks to come get their stuff, some things were left over. And there was this one leather bag, like an overnight duffel bag, that was left in the corner, and no one ever came to get it. And I took that bag, I cleaned it up, and I have been using that bag for several years now, and I absolutely love it.
Guys, seeing how my bag game has basically been non-existent, and I was really wanting to step that game up, Carl Friedrich reached out to us several months ago. I'd actually been eyeing this company for a while, and they wanted to know if we wanted to try out some of their leather goods. Of course we said yes. Now for the past several months, I've been getting to use this overnight bag, and it looks better when I travel. It kind of gives you more of a gentleman look. So I think it kind of upped my game.
So guys, this video is not sponsored by Carl Friedrich, but when we told them that we wanted to use one of their bags in our video, they were more than happy to oblige, and they wanted to offer you all a discount as well on all of their leather products. So we will put that discount code down below in the description. So after this video, definitely go check them out. So Carl Friedrich was founded in 2012 by two Swedish brothers who had a background in design and business. And what they wanted to focus on was minimalistic designs, but also with traditional quality and craftsmanship. In other words, when you look at their products, you're not going to find a lot of pockets all over the bags, but you're only going to find the things that are essential features to make those bags and those goods as good as possible.
All right, so the products that in their line are actually Italian made. They get their leather from a Tuscan tannery called Artigiano del Cuoio. And one of the key things about their leathers is that they use a full grain vachetta leather. Now, a little bit about vachetta, we've actually mentioned it in some of our videos before about a shoe, and they use it in their lining. It's very, very soft. And the reason because of this is it's virtually an untreated vegetable tan leather, but it has a very high fat content. That's the key aspect that gives it that kind of buttery soft aspect, and that's why it's used in a lot of bags. A lot of ladies' bags as well use vachetta leather.
And one of the cool things about vachetta leather is that it does an amazing job of having its own patina qualities over the years. So the more you use the vachetta leather, the more the oils from your skin are on, touch the handles and the leather over the years, you're going to develop a beautiful patina over that bag. And that's what kind of makes the vachetta leather very unique, is that your bag may look completely different from someone else's, and it only gives it character the longer you have it. So guys, Carl Friedrich not only makes beautiful bags, but they also make briefcases and messenger bags for those guys that are needing to travel throughout town. They also make backpacks and beautiful wallets. I've been carrying a wallet of theirs for the same amount of time since Heath got this. And I used to have a big bulky wallet, and it's sticking out of the back of my pocket. And I decided to go with more of the minimalistic wallet that they offered me, and it has been great. You can barely feel it back there.
Ladies, don't worry, they've got you covered as well.
So ladies and gents, definitely go check out Carl Friedrich. Again, the quality of the products they are putting out, the beauty of their leathers is top notch. And what you are finding at $1,000 bags and above with Carl Friedrich, they're almost half that price. And it is definitely a signature piece that you want to get and that you are going to have for years and years to come. So definitely go check out Carl Friedrich, use that discount code after this video. So as you all know, and we've mentioned this on several of our shoe videos, when you first buy a pair of leather shoes or you first get a new leather product, one thing that you definitely want to make sure you're doing, ladies and gents, is conditioning that product and making sure that you're rehydrating that leather. I can't overstate that enough. When leather's been sitting in a tannery for months at a time, it is then made into a bag. It then sits with the manufacturer and the retailer on their shelves for who knows how long, and that leather is getting dried out. So it may be a new product to you, but that leather has been sitting around it for a while, so you definitely want to make sure that you're caring for it before you begin to use it.
I would also want to go ahead and protect the leather as well, because some leathers can stain easier. Vachetta leather, since it's untreated, can actually start to pick up stains while it's developing that patina. So I'd treat it as well.
Yep. So today we are going to treat this vachetta leather bag and show you what you need to be doing. Not only can you use the products that we're going to use on this bag, but you can use it on just about any smooth leather bag out there. So let's get to it.
All right, today we're going to be using the Saphir Napa Balm. One of the reasons I like to use this, especially on vachetta leather, is because it's water-based. It doesn't have oils that are going to change the color of the leather. And you can use this on just about any of your leather goods. And being a bag that's getting sat down a lot, make sure you're going to get the bottom. Now this one hasn't been used as much, but when you get going with it, you'll want to definitely condition it. All right, so we've let this sit for a second. It's kind of dry to a haze. And as you can also notice, it hasn't changed the color at all. That's why I like the Napa Balm. We're just going to take a soft, clean cotton rag and just kind of wipe it down, buff it. Easy peasy. All right, so like I mentioned earlier, vachetta leather, it can pick up stains easier than a typical calf skin. So I would treat it. A little side note, if you're gonna use a conditioner, I say the Napa because a lot of other conditioners will change the color. So be very particular about the conditioner you do, or you can just stick with the Napa. I would use a high quality spray after you're done, like the Super Invulner. You can use a different brand, just make sure it's a high quality. Give it a spray just to get that first coat, and you're set.
All right, guys, so that just about does it. Like Heath said, you definitely want to make sure that you're using the correct conditioners and products for the type of leather that you have. And again, as I mentioned before, as soon as you get those leather goods out of that box, make sure that you are conditioning them and hydrating them and protecting them or waterproofing them. Again, check out the link below to Carl Friedrich. Again, that discount code is limited, so definitely use it before time expires on it.
Advantage.
Exactly. All right, guys, thanks again for joining us, and y'all have a good day.